Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We are located in Fredrick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. Today we're sitting inside a brand new Freightliner M2 106. The conversion is Summit Hauler. So we're still going to continue to talk about the advantages of Freightliner over pickup, and that is because a lot of people that are looking at these are also comparing them to pickup trucks before they make their next purchase. So we're going to talk about that a little bit in terms of what advantages the Freightliner has over pickups, and we're also going to touch base on what makes the Summit Hauler conversion different than some of the competition out there. So as we start, let's take a look directly in front. This is a huge advantage that this truck, or all Freightliners, have over pickups, and that is visibility. Because we see the windshield, that's 2,500 square inches of glass. So that, coupled with the fact, as you see, we're above traffic, we're taller than the cars, than the SUVs and the pickups, really makes you able to see what's going on. Because not only can we see what's going on directly in front of us, we can see what's coming along the sides as well. The backup camera in the Summit Haulers is located right here. So it's right above the steering wheel. So when you go to hook up your trailer, all you need to do is glance straight up, and that lets you know what's going on. As we come down, the dash is a wraparound dash, so this isn't flat. See how it kind of curves towards you? So when you're in your travels and you need to make an adjustment, it's very simple, just right over here. As we take a look at the dash, we're just going to talk about a couple of things. It has two air tanks. The top one is the primary one, and that is strictly brakes. The bottom one, also known as the secondary, also helps monitor the brakes, but in addition to that, monitors all the other air. For example, there's air in the bed of the truck. There's air up here. So that helps monitor all of that. This is the engine brake. So that is a big one. So you want to turn that on, and you can turn it to high, and you would use that when you're coming down a sharp decline, especially when you're towing a trailer. Because compare that to a pickup, which is just an exhaust brake. A true engine brake, as you decline, you actually have 350 horses coming back at you. Therefore, it slows everything down. Consequently, it makes things safer for you and your family and the other drivers on the road as well. Automatic transmission here. Right now we're in neutral with the brake on, but when you're ready to start, release the brake, R for reverse, D for drive, and we're on our way. You can turn it to a manual transmission simply by pressing the mode, and here's the arrows to adjust the gears. Another thing these arrows do, if you press them both at the same time, it lets you know what's going on under the hood. Transmission oil level okay, oil life, filters are good, transmission health is good, there are no codes. So you can get information while you're in your travels as to what's going on. Cruise control located here. Intermittent marker lights here. This is traction control. This locks the differential. This is rear air conditioning, so that blows either cold or hot air to the back of the cab. Windows here. This is mirror heaters. This is the dump valve that lets all the air out of the bed of the truck. You would use that when hooking up your trailer. Let all the air out, utilize your backup camera, simply drive underneath and let the air back in. All you need to do is jump out and secure everything. Light test button located here. So if you press that, all the lights on the outside light up. That works really nice for pre-trip inspection to make sure everything is working properly. Red arc trailer brake located here. Climate control here. Cup holders, and as we open up the console, you can see more than adequate storage room in there. Now the seats in this particular truck are actually massage seats, so you can adjust the location and the pulse of the seats as well. So let's jump on out and take a look outside. So the biggest thing that jumps out at us when we admire it from the side is just the sheer size and the mass of the truck. This truck weighs just under 14,000 pounds. So if you compare that to a pickup that weighs between 7 and 7,500, if we are in an accident, the chances of walking away are substantially higher in this than a pickup. One thing we've touched on in some of the videos that is a huge advantage to the Freightliner over pickup trucks is service. Transwest is certified Freightliner Elite, and we are by no means the only ones. They're scattered throughout the country. So what all does that entail? Well, you really have to work and do things right to get certified. For example of that is you have to have Freightliner mechanics. The shop has to be clean at all times. We guarantee 20 minutes you're gonna know what's going on with your truck. In addition to that, if you do need to be ran to a local hotel, if your truck's gonna be here a while, we're more than happy to accommodate that. So all those things go into making a dealership certified Freightliner Elite. So say you're a long ways away, say you're in Louisiana, say you're up in Maine, California, all over the country, all you have to do is find a Freightliner seat where it says Certified Elite, and you're guaranteed the highest quality service available. So as we come around and we'll take a look directly in front of the truck, and we'll start at the ground and work our way up. We see a bumper that's broken into 3 sections. That is because if you are in an accident and ding a part of it up, you can simply replace that without having to do the entire bumper. We come on up and see an aftermarket grille. As we focus in on the hood, that is made of compressed fiberglass. It is extremely tough and durable. Well, you compare that to these aluminum trucks on the pickup side, which one's gonna last longer and be tougher? Obviously that falls to Freightliner. Here's an outside look of the windshield. We talked about that when we were on the inside. This simply verifies how much glass I told you it has. And finally, as we go on up, we see a row of orange lights. Now we'll take a look under the hood. We find the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It is coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. This truck offers 360 horsepower and roughly 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. One thing you notice is just the size of the engine. You know, they're getting these pickups to pull an extreme amount of weight. The horsepower is very, very high. Well, guys, at the end of the day, there's still a pickup. I mean, if you compare the size of the Power Stroke to this, obviously this is a larger, tougher, more durable engine than any of the pickup engines. You'll notice that things are color coordinated under here. So where we see the red, we leave that for the Freightliner mechanics. But where we see yellow, such as here and directly across, now those are things we can check in pre-trip inspections. A couple other things to note since we're under the hood. This is a fuel water separator. If we do leave lights on, something happens, we can actually jumpstart the vehicle right there. The batteries are located underneath the back seat. Next, we'll come on in and take a look at the tires. It comes with Michelin 255 80 R22.5. One unique thing that the Summit hauler conversion does is put these drums on. Those are tire balancers. So those have BBs and a little bit of hydraulic oil in them. So as you pick up speed and as you gain momentum, that balances the entire rotating mass. Consequently, things are safer if everything is balanced. It makes for a more comfortable ride, and it will actually extend tire life up to 40%. This truck is stock number 5N221346. As we take a look inside the driver's seat, both the driver and passenger seats are air ride. And this really view gives us a good shot of the color of the interior. We see it's tan. Now those air adjustments to the seats can be made right here. In addition to that, this switch is for the lumbar system. The seats can be heated as well. Now as we take a look directly below the steering wheel, we see a small pedal. That is to adjust the steering wheel while sitting in the driver's seat. Plus, there is a kill switch located right here. When you're done with your travels, it's good practice to get into to shut that off. Now, chances are, whoever buys a truck isn't going to use it for a daily driver. It's going to be used to tow a fifth wheel or a gooseneck trailer. So it's a good practice to shut that off because we're not driving it every day. And what that will do is extend the battery life for the truck. The block heater is located underneath here, so people in cold climates can plug that truck in. It comes with two 50-gallon fuel tanks. There's one on each side. As the truck is sitting in rest, as it is now, that balances itself out, but you're going to want to fuel up your truck independently. Beside the fuel tanks is the DEF tank that holds up to 6 gallons. The back seat makes down into a bed simply by pushing a button. I've checked with the DOT. This qualifies as a bed. So say you're traveling alone and you're making those long cross-country trips, you can simply pull over, drop that seat down, and take a little nap if you need to. As we take a look at the storage compartments, we see it's Dimond Plated. In addition to that, it comes with a hookup for an air hose. As you see, it has a connection for the tires, so you can really monitor the tires. But in addition to that, you can put just a regular air check on there, and that will help. You can blow out the interior of the truck and just kind of help keep things clean, or yourself before you crawl in if you have a mind to do so. It comes with 4-inch rails running along each side. And as we take a look from the rear, and we'll start at the top in the middle and work our way back. The backup camera is located right there. As we come on down and take a look behind the headache rack, we see 2 holes already pre-drilled. If you are in need of additional storage, we can have an additional box shipped directly to your place, and installation is very, very simple. As we come on back, we notice a trough already cut out. Multiple trade-ins have come in with this beat up, so by cutting a trough out eliminates that. As you can see, it comes with a ball for a gooseneck trailer. Now, a high percentage of my customers purchase what's called the Hensley hitch. That is a hitch that is on airbags. So basically, you have air suspension for your trailer. Not only does that make things more comfortable because you're not feeling every bump in the road, but it will extend the life of the trailer. The hitch itself is also known as the trailer saver. We hook up the lights right here. This is for the Voyager system. That's the same system that the backup camera uses. So if you want more cameras, examples would be in horse trailers or under the mirrors, you can plug them in there. This is the hitch this is the lights for the bumper pull with the hitch located right there. As we come on around, let's talk about brakes a little bit, because that's another huge advantage. This truck has air brakes. Compare that to hydraulic. If you have a small leak in both, you have to replace that fuel in the hydraulic or get the line replaced, that fluid. Compare that to air, where we have an unlimited supply. We can simply keep replenishing that until we get a chance to get it fixed. As we look inside the passenger seat, one thing I can safely say about the Summit Hauler conversion, this is the softest, most comfortable seat on the market today. Underneath here gives us access to the cab air filters. And as we come take a look in the back seat, the big thing we're going to notice that this shot gives us a really good view at is just how much room and space is available. So when you compare that to a pickup, it's really not even remotely close. So when you're sitting in there, not only do you have substantial room above your head, you can stretch out really, really well. So as we back up and let's take a review of what we talked about today. This is a 2023 Freightliner M2 106. The conversion is Summit Hauler. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me at 303-684-3404. You can email me at larry.vickers@transwest.com, or for more information, simply click on the link below. Thanks for tuning in today.